mental health authority activities. Looking at the challenges that we have in terms of producing is that the 3 mental health hospitals facility is inadequate at this stage for accommodating the increasing number of mental health nurses as well as the general nurses that are visiting the place for their 3 to 9 clinical or practical.
What we find out is that we don't have our structures built to support this. So for most of the regional hospitals, we need a totally different structure or an add-on to be able to house some of these wings. But then again, I believe a lot of the districts which are required to have units, not the wings which the regional hospitals are supposed to have. They are supposed to have virtual beds who are able to admit mentally ill persons within our districts. Somebody comes, and we talk about integration of services. Somebody comes to a facility, they come and see the same professional, the same doctor for mental health services. We don't want this segregation where you come and then they redirect you to form a different queue. We believe that that increases stigma and discrimination for persons who live with mental disorders. So we want to integrate such that anybody enters the facility, they can see a professional who is able to take care or advise on their mental health, and if need be, then follow the referral channels and get referred to the next higher level, all the way to the psychiatric hospitals. We're saying that other departments, ministries, for instance, we have Ministry of Education, we have Ministry of Information, Ministry of Gender and Social Protection. They all are responsible for the mental health of this country. We work with the Ministry of Local Government. We have persons from the streets, we need to pick them up. Somebody must be responsible. The Ministry of Local Government can work with mental health authority. We will take care of their health aspects, the mental health aspect. But they need rehabilitation. They need to go back to the community. They need to be productive in their communities. Who is supporting to train them, to give them something to do? Because we realize that most of the people we see, we think from the streets, when we have rehabilitated them, we don't have the support from family, from the community, from various aspects of society. And so they end up going back and not belonging to where they once have come from, because they've been away, for instance, sometimes for 6 months, and people look down on them, people discriminate against them, and they don't accept them. So as a country, I think what we can do is to do more education, more awareness, let people understand that it can be you and I, and people could have mental health. As I stand here, I could be depressed, I could be on medication, and still be doing what I'm doing. So it is not a death sentence to be a mentally ill person. I think we, as a society, we see persons with mental illness not being able to be productive in life, but that is not what it is. Both of us, as we stand here, could go to work and not perform. Are we not mentally unwell then? Because if you look at the definition for mental health, you should be productive and be able to contribute to your community. So if you go to work and you cannot perform, then you have a problem. There's something eating you up that is not making you work. So we call it presenteeism. You are at the office, you have reported, you have logged in, signed in, etc., but you are not productive. So for us, I think that what we need more is education. We need to educate one another for us to understand the issues of mental health. It's not just the people on the streets. We shouldn't focus on them. Most of the time, we have our media friends asking us, so what are you doing as an authority? There are people on the streets. Why are we not asking that? What are you doing as a country? Do we have places for people to attend to? We talk about halfway homes. Somebody gets ill, gets admitted, gets discharged from the hospital because they don't need acute services anymore. But they are also not ready to go back home, because then, like I keep saying, some of them may need some rehabilitation. They've lost their skills to go back to work. And for some of us, our job places, once you come out to say that you have a mental health condition, you kind of tend to lose your job. What we are saying is that we should stop the discrimination. You can reassign the person if you think that their skills have been reduced or they cannot function the way they were functioning before. We can always reassign the person, and trust me, they can learn to do other things and do it well. So that is the message I want to put out there for all. sa wing wo kamene wo ye feel fine when you say beba all the way to Accra Psychiatric Hospital at part-time and I say ankafo so doctors any trained nurses wo ho a ombetumi ahwe ye nya admission a ombetumi admit ye what that spot ebia me was sunyani ana bibi omo original hospital omo mental health wing I should be able to go there na me say na ha me feel say na ye me nti ase ye den ade na komo ntumi hwe na obehia mboa na say help our behind no to me found out at that level. So these are some of the issues as a people no we can do. Two, your districts no so your per unit. These are small rooms via more beds like 5 to 10 beds. Obi mental health problem within the district. And when you also be referred for psychiatric hospital, nurses for her, doctors for her. Yeah, WHO for any training be a friend of mental health gap. You training doctors already working in some of these districts. Omubenya a little bit more information and knowledge, skill to diagnose mental health problems. Then you be baby, and if I never show no name. Say I'm training your own home person, they are dealing with a mental health, underlying mental health issue, but what about with you? But the doctor named him to be a year when our Betty who said, Debbie, we know baby shall say, anxiety shall say, depression shall say, no, no, you say no. Into to me, yes, Anna, we immediately know we can look at it at that level, such that MBA is serious. Am I say your found bra, baby, a was near few, be free 3 months, 6 months, if you come back or more on your mutin crown, see Debbie. Baby, I work on it. Baby, and sure, it pass it. But if you live within the community, they see you get well, they see you improve. Nobody will stigmatize you, and they will understand and know say mental health issues can't be dealt with, can't be taken care of. Seminar meeting I am discussing mental health. How is it possible? You send your baby, to me. I done it done ye won send your baby sika kakra ye won ye ni sika any obi any say sika de bi ni ho okwa grateful over road to over here found e bi ni ho ba ye patch say kakra na e wo help no malaria for enya funding from global funds TB for HIV for mental health I don't know be a fund make ye nyina ye ni say wo hwe mental health definition na onya mentally sound and onya health ya any one kasana as a human being no onya need pa no onya health why doing how and now I dream area there's no way I'll be to me sorry akwa ejuma won sa anya ya won na anya we ya obetimi anante na enso why dream how kaka untumi mfanye ejuma nti na ye decide say ye betina se ye hwe say yeah ye work hospitals so yeah ye work a community ye fan say districts ni regions ni ade ye NGOs no money ade and some international partners then say ye in komobe ni betumi dia mental health say ye be ya government any media any obia ebe who say mental health na ehu hia ye pa na kakra ye wo aye be ye no say na ebetimi aye no does it mean say dem kopesi kambra en family hospital and now hospitals na wo dada no ebetimi ni omo aye juma na ye ka say ebetimi ni omo aye juma de ye pese ye nya ni say nka me ne wo o sorry ene na wo hwe na wo ho mfa o yesa wo nan na yesa wo sabat wadwe mu o dwen a ensi so I don't know how to explain it, but main fan is say, why you sad? And I say, why you anxious? Anxious just say, who's sure say BB basic? You said BB how, but a mental health state, and anybody can feel like that. If you are now what activity there, you can ever hear me. If you are why anxious, say, I mean, reporting, report. If you are now going and I say, why you excessively anxious? Obia to me anxious, it's okay, but we don't know. It is an issue, it is a problem. We have to be able to talk about it.